Hi everyone. Good evening, all of you. Good evening, good evening. Hello, hello. Is my voice audible? Hi everyone. Now is it audible? Good evening, all of you. Please join fast. Good evening, good evening. So, okay. So what we did in the last session, guys, what we did in the last session, I think optimal number of students has joined. Okay. What we did in the last session. So we discussed about the functions and yes, we discussed about the functions and we have started actually the document object model, correct? So did you get the gist or did you get the feeling of how we can update anything or do anything on our website? Now that feeling what you got is coming from JavaScript. Before that, what you are doing? Before that, you are writing only the HTML, only the CSS. Next, when you click on the button, correct. When you click on the button, correct. When you click on the button, something happens. That something happens because of whatever you have written in the JavaScript. Now you have the capability, guys. You have the capability to select an element. You have the capability to do anything with the event. And subsequently, you have the capability to display it or to do it. Correct? So with that, let's take some examples to get a good knowledge. I'm telling good knowledge about DOM. Okay. So what I told, we will do 10 examples, specific examples on DOM. So shall we start? Excited, guys? Open your VS Code, everyone. Yes, yes, Gayatri will send you the LMS link. No need to worry. Any doubts you have for the previous class? Salvam sir, can you send the LMS link on the YouTube chat? They are asking for the LMS link there. Okay, let's go. Okay. So let's do one thing. Let's create what? In the DOM, let's create a new file and we'll write index 2 or index underscore exp example dot html. Fine. Index example dot html. And this time we are learning what? Examples of DOM. Fine. Okay. So the first thing is what we have to learn about the accessing of the DOM element. Fine. So I'll write over here example number one. Example one, accessing the DOM element. Fine. Accessing what? The DOM element. Fine. Over here, let me write a section of ID of hash example one. Fine. Okay. H2 tag accessing DOM element, accessing DOM elements. Okay. P tag with hash and I'll write my paragraph. Find my paragraph. So this is a paragraph. This is a paragraph. Fine. Present musical vibes. Good evening. You came. This is a paragraph. Okay. Click the button and click the button to change me. You have to do this, guys. I did this yesterday. You have to do this now. Will write a button with an ID over here, and change. You'll write change text button. Fine, change text button, and over here you'll write change text. Fine. Okay. One more thing. Let me remind you guys. Saturday you have a test from 9 a.m. It will be open from Saturday 9 a.m. to Monday before 7 p.m. You have to finish. 9 a.m. to Monday 7 p.m. That test you have to finish. Fine. And Friday you don't have any session. Okay. I remind. Okay. Now what you have to do in this? Okay. Right click, open an integrated terminal. Over here, let's open this. No need. Now what you have to do this, guys? You have to. If I click on this button, this paragraph should change. The value should change. How to do that, guys? Yesterday only I taught you. Topic is not going to allot to anyone. Fine. Project I will teach you from zero to the total project. And that project you have to submit. Fine. Okay. Just here in this internship, just you focus on learning new things. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay. So, okay. Then what I will do, I will actually create a new file. Okay. And I'll write underscore script underscore exp dot html. Okay. Script underscore exp, sorry, not html, dot js. Because we are going to create an external script tag. Okay, fine. In order to, okay, now the answer of this question, why sir, why we are using the script tag at the end of the like our HTML code. You see here see, if suppose if I have written 1,000 to 2,000 lines of HTML, correct? Fine. Subsequently, their script tag will be very much big because so many operations will be going on. Okay. Can be a script tag heavy file? Can a script tag will be a heavy file? Heavy file means number of functions are there, number of arrays are there, number of objects are there, objects, dependency, functions are running, so many functions are running and everything is going on. Is it heavy? Yes. Does it will take time to load inside our browser? Yes. Will it take time to load inside our browser? Yes. Okay. So if suppose what I do is that script tag, I write it on the top. So the first thing, from top to bottom execution happens. Correct. From top to bottom, the JavaScript, sorry, the HTML has been read and it is shown in the website. Correct. So can you tell me before HTML what it will come if I write the script tag on the top? Let's suppose in the head I am writing. Let's suppose in the head I am writing. So what will happen? No, your JavaScript will load first. And since your JavaScript is demanding the elements, JavaScript is demanding the elements. So by that time, HTML will not load. By that time, HTML will not load. So JavaScript, who demands the element, they will not find the element. So your website will crash. Now this will happen only when you are doing too much big project. Suppose you are building an e-commerce platform or Flipkart Chrome from HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. That time it can happen. It will happen. So that's why we should use the script tag at the end of the whatever the HTML it is loading. Because in the HTML, guys, you will write actually the dummy data. Then with the help of JavaScript, you are updating the data. Correct? You are updating the data. So by that time your JavaScript will load, HTML will show you some data, dummy data. Understood? And yes, you can use, somebody will be thinking, sir, can we use loader or something like that? Yes, you can use loader, but just for being what you call cautious on not what you call crashing of any HTML files or any HTML web page, we are using this script uh, at the end of the HTML file. So here I will write a script over here, and this script src dot forward slash script example dot js. Understood, no, guys? What I explained? Okay, fine. So now let's write an example. Example number one, that solution we will write. Fine. So what I told you, there are different types of selector. Fine. If you are, guys, if you are writing with the query selector, you can write let button or btn, generally you will see, is equal to window dot document dot query selector. Now here if you are writing query selector, here you have to give it, if you want to select it with the ID, then you have to give a hash. If you are selecting with a class, then you have to give a dot. Fine. But if you are using get element by ID or get element by class name, there you don't have to use their physical identification key. Fine. There you don't have to use hash or dot. Okay. It will be okay. So now we have to select the button. Okay, button how I have written button ID change text button. Correct. Control C, copy this and ID it is okay. So let's write over here Control V with a hash. With a hash. Otherwise, what it will search, query selector. Otherwise, it will search a tag named of change text button. Okay, we have to specify, okay, this is an ID. So select that and just simply I'll do a console.log over here and I will write BTL. Fine, BTL. So, okay, I have a dev tool over here. It's better to open in the browser. Okay. See, uh, see button. We have selected the button over here. See, ID button and everything. Okay. Now what we have to do? We have to add a event listener. What are event, guys? Whatever you do on the website or whatever you do on the web screen, it tries to create a event. Fine. It tries to create what? Event. Fine. So what I will write over here, okay, in the script tag, that in the button, fine. First of all, on whom you want to do some activity. We want to do some activity on the button, correct? So button, you can write button dot add event listener. Oh, my bad. Okay. Either you can write here or you can chain it. Chain it means here only you can write add event listener. Fine. Add event listener. And here you can write what type of function, what type of event, click event. Okay. Click event. Okay. In this click event, what I want to do, I'll write a function over here. What I should do in this click event, what you should do, first of all, you do a console.log click and check whether you are able to click or not. Fine. So right click over here. Again, I have to go to okay. So here, if I change text, see it is telling me click. So yes, it is working. Yes, it is working. Fine. After this, what I will write that let para. We'll select that. No, we'll select the paragraph. So how we will select document dot get element by ID. Fine. Single element by ID. And over here, we have written what? Mm, my paragraph. Correct? My paragraph. Control C. So my paragraph, control V. Okay, I told you what you don't have to write the symbols. Fine. So let para is equal to document dot get element by ID, my paragraph, and para dot inner text. Fine. Para dot inner text is equal to the paragraph have changed. The paragraph has changed. Fine. So what we'll do, we'll click on this, change text and the paragraph is changing. See, see guys, what is happening actually? Just look carefully over here, everyone. In the body, if I tell you to just look at this particular section and this particular thing you try to look at, and then you see what I'm doing, I'm changing the text. So change the text, what it is doing? It is updating. Fine, it is updating my HTML. See, the paragraph has been changed. You see, in front of you, it happened. It's what does it do? It updated the changes. Now, how it is happening? What happens actually? The DOM tree again. If you do any changes, again the DOM tree will get the notification. Okay, some changes has been done. Again, it will destroy itself. The DOM tree will destroy itself, and then it will actually again recreate it with the newest form of data what you have given. Understood? Done, guys. Okay. Let's move on to example number two. Okay, let's move on to what? Example number two. So in the example number two, we will see how we can transverse a DOM. Okay, transversing a DOM we will see. So in the example, let me write as example number two. Fine, example number two, transversing a DOM. Fine, transversing what? A DOM over here. Okay, now over here we'll take a section with any ID you can take, or we can take a class name, class of example 2. Okay, example 2, h2 tag, transversing DOM. Fine. Then we'll take a ul tag, unordered list tag. Fine, unordered list tag over here. And then I will take the ID and I will write city list. Cities list. Fine. Then what you have to write? You can write any cities list. Suppose Chennai. Okay. Then you can take Bangalore. Fine. Then you can write Mumbai. Fine. Then you can write Mumbai. And then a button tag. After the UL, a button tag. Fine. This button tag will have an ID of highlight the first city. Fine. That's what we have to try. Highlight the first city you have to do. Okay. Highlight the first city. So here you will write highlight the first city. Okay. Okay. Fine. One problem, guys. This should be written in another section. Fine. One section over here, it is closed. This is for example number one. This is for example number two. Okay. Fine. Now you will click on this button and it should actually add an ID inside and add a style inside the class name and it should get highlighted. Okay. Means what I mean is that there is something called as style. Okay. You have a style and in that style you have one class name called highlight. Okay, highlight. Fine. In this highlight, we have written a BGC background color of yellow. Fine. Background color of what? Yellow. Okay. Then I have written font weight. Font weight is what? Bold. Font weight bold. Sorry. And what I've written is that a color. Fine. Huh. Color we can also change to suppose black. Yellow black combination looks good. Now, what you have to do when you click on this button, this particular class name should be added over here. See here, if I write the class and if I write highlight, HIGH highlight, fine. So see how Chinna is coming. This should happen with a button. Okay, this should happen with a button. How should we do that? How should we do that? So first of all, we'll go and write the example number two. Okay. Remember, guys, every time your first step is to, on whatever the element you want to do some operations, select that element. So the first step in the DOM is to select the element. Fine. The first step of the DOM. So example number two, and the first step of that is what? Selection of a particular element in which you want to change or with which you can change. So we have to select a button because on that only we are going to list our event. On that only we are going to list our event. We are going to fire that event. And then inside that function, we need to again get the access of this UL tag because on the first li, we need to add some class values. Okay, so document dot get element by ID. Fine. Then over here I can write highlight. Okay, one thing I didn't show you now. One second. Just I am giving you an example like how when we are selecting with the class name with the class how it is showing us. Okay, so I will write document let CLS class names. Okay, is equal to document. Just for study purpose, I am showing you document dot get element by class name or directly write dot not get element by class name. You can write get element by class name. And over here, if you remember, we have dot. No need of dot. Example dash two, I guess. Fine. Example dash two. Fine. And then what you do console dot log CLS. correct? Console.log CLS, correct? Now you see, guys. Now, if I go to the console, can you see what we are getting? We are getting HTML collection, but can you see what type of bracket it is? So can I say that yes, it is coming inside an array? See, HTML collection and arrays are a little bit different, but the properties of array works inside this HTML collection. Fine. So we can use that. So for now, just for easy purpose, can I tell this is an array? Yes, definitely, because of the square bracket. And now you see, you have to first select the index values. With the help of index values only, you can select that particular element. Without that, you cannot select. Okay, let me do one more thing over here. I will write the same class name to this button. Fine, now you see. Button highlight city, it is coming, and sections, it is coming. Okay, two times why it is coming. See, zeroth value is section, example, and the second value is what? Button highlight first. You see, so one class name, we can actually get multiple elements, and those elements are coming inside an array. HTML collection, actually. Fine. So that's what I want to show you. Okay. Uh, so script.js, let me remove this thing and let's select the button. Here, if you don't write let button also, no, it will work. Hmm. Now here, document dot get element by ID. Fine. Document dot get element by ID. Highlight the first city. Okay. Then dot add event listener. Dot add event listener, and we are going to write a click event on them. Then I will write a function to do something. Okay, I'll write a function to do something on it. Fine. Now tell me, what should I first? Then I'll write let city list is equal to document dot document dot get element by ID. Fine, get element by ID, and then it is what of coffee type. Sorry, I'm very bad, very bad, very bad. Get element by ID, not of coffee type. Okay, and city list. Okay, I have selected, guys. Fine. Now selection, we have done it. Okay. Now what we have to do? We have to add. We have selected the city list. Fine. So in that we have in that the first element I need to add a class. Class name is called highlight. Fine. Imagine over here. What you have to do, whatever you imagine, no, the imagination will be helping over here in the web development. So see, first of all, what you did is that select of the UL tag, correct? In the UL tag, when you select, you have to go to the first element. Fine. In that first element, you have to actually add a class value. Fine. So you can write city list dot first child. Now, first element child is one method over here. First element child is one method over here. Okay, sorry, property over here. Okay, dot class list. It will give you the list of classes it is holding. It will give you the first element means li tag, the list of classes it is holding. That's what it is going to return. Fine. And in that, what we have to do, we have to add, so I'll write dot add, and then what you have to add? Dot highlight. Dot highlight you have to add. So again, we are adding inside the class list, so we don't need to give the symbol. We can directly write highlight. You can directly write a highlight. Fine. Now you see, if I click on there, okay, add event listener. Sorry, my bad. This will be inside double quotes. And do I have written city lists? A city list is there. Okay, fine. See, now it is working. Working, guys. Yes, those actions, Akila, are called events. Guys, is there any doubt over here? Then shall we move on to the next example, guys? Okay. Example number three. Example number three is what we call as a manipulating DOM. Fine. Manipulating what? DOM. Okay. So over here, we'll write a section hash example 3, hash example 3. Then an h2 tag. Okay. Here I will write we are manipulating what? DOM. The diff dot or diff hash our coffee order. Fine. In this coffee order, like we have to add the data like this pan with an ID of coffee type. Fine. We have to add like coffee type over here, and then suppose it is latte, and you want to add some more. Okay. Sorry. After this, we'll have a button. We'll have a button, and we have to do what? We have to change the order. Okay. ID change order. Fine. Change order. So change order to espresso. J express. I think I read the wrong spelling. Okay, espresso. Fine. Suppose latte is your order. You need to update or need to change the order to espresso. What you will do? Very easy it is. Okay. We'll write example number 3. Fine. So document dot get element by ID. Fine. We have to select this particular latte. Okay. Sorry, butter. Change order. Fine. Change order dot add event listener. Fine. And then we have a click property. Then we have a click property, comma, function over here. So I can write let coffee is equal to document dot get element by ID. Fine. Document dot get element by ID, coffee type. Fine. Coffee type. Okay. Coffee. Okay. Now you need to change the order. How, what should we write? Guys, can you tell whether you are understanding or not? Because I think everything has been stopped. No chats, no nothing and all. It's like a Ramayana session. You're only listening. Fine. So what I will write, see, I need to change now. So what I have to write? Text content. We need to change the content inside that. So I'll write coffee dot text content is equal to, we have to write espresso. Fine. Espresso. Okay. Now what I want to do, like additionally, I want to change the color. Fine. I want to change the color. So what I can do, coffee dot style, guys. Dot what? Style. Okay. Dot color or BGC, background color also you can take. Fine. Background color. Okay. And over here you can write what? Brown. Suppose brown color. Okay. Coffee style dot color you can change. Suppose you can write a little bit dark, sorry, light. So bliss blue something it is. I will just write white. No issues. Okay. Background color. You can add a font family also. So coffee dot style dot font family. is equal to, we can write it as cursive. Okay. Now, guys, what will happen? If I'm clicking on the button, if I click on the button, these all things should happen. The text content should change. The brown color, it should become brown. The background color should become brown in color. The that black color latte should be converted into white color espresso, and it should be in the cursive font. So see over here, working, right? Working. Are you understanding or not, guys? Anything? Yes. Now, inner HTML you can write, but inner HTML generally add when you want to access something which is inside a particular. When you access something inside an HTML, you have an HTML. Fine. Suppose if I write over here instead of here latte, if I write again a span tag or or any tag, fine, whatever it is supporting, again a span tag. If I write, suppose like this, okay, fine. One second. Okay, and here if I write, suppose latte. So now you can select as an get element, select as an inner HTML because we are selecting a child HTML. That you can do it. Yes, you can reverse this action. You have to write a condition. If the inner HTML is, you have to check now if the inner HTML of this particular what you call variable is espresso, then change it to latte. If it is latte, change it to espresso. That condition you have to write, Prachiti. Okay. Fourth one. Let's move on to our fourth example, where one second. Let me open. Where you have to create and insert an element. Okay. So example number 4, creating and inserting an element. Creating an element with the help of DOM and inserting that element with the help of DOM. So creating and inserting that element. Fine. So section, uh, okay, ID over here, what? Example number 4. Okay, example number 4. And over here, an h2 tag we will write, creating and inserting an element. Creating and inserting an element. Fine. Then we have a button. button with an ID of add new item, add new item. So add a new item to your shopping list. Fine. This is a button. And where you have to display. Fine. So UL tag will be there. Okay. In this UL tag, this is an ID of what? Shopping list. Okay. Shopping list. In this, you have li tag like bread. Then you have li tag like milk. So in this continuation of this, you have to, when you click on the button, it is going to add like milk, then biscuit, then anything else. Fine. So that is going to be added. Okay. So we have to write for that DOM elements, right? Example number 4. Okay. So in this, how to do? First of all, I told you now again, every time you have to select the element. So document, quickly I will write document dot get element by ID, and over here add new item, fine, dot add event listener, fine, dot add event listener, and then we have what? Click, okay, and then the function. Okay, then the function. Let new list, fine, is equal to document dot create element, fine, document dot create element li, fine, document dot create element li. So this will help, dot create element will help us to create a new element. Fine, you want to see, you can write console dot log, okay, new list, fine, okay. See here, if I see, if I click on this, what it does is that it created a new list. Now what I have to do, guys? I have to add some data. I have to add some data over here inside that, correct? So what I should write? New list dot text content or inner text, whatever it is equal to, what should I write? Any value, like whatever you want. Suppose you want to add biscuit, right? Biscuit. Now adding that will help you to display. This is what I have written to add a content. Now we have to actually show the content. This is what we have done. We have only created an element and added the data into the element. We don't have shown that element on our display. Means whatever the element you have to create, you have to keep it inside the document. You have to keep that inside a document. Fine. So in order to keep it inside the document, first you have to select the document. Okay, first you have to select that parent element. Fine. So let unordered is equal to document. Fine. Document dot get element by ID. Fine. Document dot get element by ID. What? Shopping list. Fine. Shopping list. Okay. Fine. And then what you have to do? You have to write parent element that is unordered dot append child. Append means add what as a child. Add the element as a child element. And which element you want to add? The new list. the new list I want to add. Fine. Now you see. Now you see. If I add a new item to the shopping list, see it is adding biscuit inside my list. If you don't write this line, okay. If suppose I've not written this line over here. Suppose let's uncomment this. Okay. See here what will happen. Okay. It is creating li biscuit, but it is not showing over here. Fine. It will not work. Now over here, okay. Okay. Now you see. If I click on the button, I uncommented it, and if I click on the button, I'm getting biscuit. Now, like this, you can add data. Like this, you can add data. Even you can prompt the data from the uh, alert from the window, prompt the data, and you can add there. Fine. You can also write let data or let text is equal to let text is equal to what? Prompt prompt what you want to add. Okay, what you want to add. So here we'll send a new list or inner text this text. Anyhow, we from the prompt window we are going to get the string only. Okay, now let's see. Add a new item. Okay, I want paneer. Correct. Okay, paneer is added. Okay, now add a new item. Okay, what do you want more? I want ice cream. Fine. See, easy. Next one, example number 5. I hope this you understood, guys. Example number 5 is to delete or removing DOM elements. Removing what? DOM elements. Okay. Over here, we'll write section dot exam or section hash example 5 h2 tag event handling in the DOM. Button is equal to ID, click me button. Okay. So here it will be what? Click me. Oh, my bad. Removing DOM, something else. DOM elements. Fine. Removing DOM elements. And over here we'll write over here we'll write remove last task. Remove last task. Okay. And remove last task over here. Remove last task. H2 tag button. Okay, fine. And over here you will have an UL tag. UL tag with an ID of task list. Okay, ID of task list. Fine. Li tag of task, suppose one. Li tag of task, suppose two. And Li tag of task three. These things will be there. Okay. So what we'll write next in the example 5. So first of all, again, the same thing will repeat. Fine, you can see the pattern over here. Always you have to select, always you have to manipulate something, and always you have to reflect something. This is the what you call your how you should write the top. Okay. So first thing first, document dot get element by ID. Click me. Sorry. Remove last task. Remove last task. Dot add event listener. Fine. Dot add event listener, and then you have to write click. Click with a function of now. Yes. Let last task fine is equal to document dot get element by ID. Fine. Then you have what? Task list. Task list. Last task dot last element child. Fine. Now that time I used the first element child. Here I'm using the last element child. Fine. Dot remove. Fine. Dot remove like this. Okay. Dot remove like this. So you see over here, if I write this, see it is removing. Just dot remove method. It will remove. Fine. Just dot remove method, it will remove. Okay. Again, if I click on this, again it will remove. Remove, remove, remove. Everything gets removed. Is it okay? Are you able to understand? Okay. Next up, different type of one more different type of event. Let's see. Fine. So what I'll write example number 6. We are doing click, click, click because see, click is very interactive and everything, and it what you call it gives us a feedback. You are clicking on the mouse and it gives us a feedback. Support. Fine. So that's why it is very, very common example and easily people can understand. That's why we are using click. Okay. So example number 6, we are going to discuss that event handling with in DOM, but with different what you call event. Fine, with different event. Okay, so here just small one. It is exam. Okay, sorry, a section hash example 6. Okay, h2 tag. Fine, event handling. Fine, in the DOM. Okay, button button. I'll give like ID. Fine, click me button. Fine. And it will be what? Click me. Okay. Spelling wrong, guys. Now over here, example number 6. Okay. So here, document dot get element by ID. Fine. Document dot get element by ID. Click me button. Fine. Click me button. Dot add event listener. Add event listener. And what you will do? DB click. DB click. Fine. Function. Fine. Function like this. And it will be what? Alert window. Alert, alert, not window, sorry, welcome. Welcome, you can write window, you can write whatever it is. Okay, now what I have written DB click means double click. Okay, now see over here, guys. See over here, if I click, nothing happens. I'm clicking, right? You see, I'm clicking, nothing happens. If I double click, see, welcome. This is a different type of event. Okay, so sometimes what happens in the computer or somewhere you have seen in the double click, it will open. This is what happens. Okay, let's move on to the example number 7, which we called as an event delegation. Fine. Which we called as an event delegation means you have to actually select something. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you. Okay, before any thing I would show you, tell you, let me show you what I'm telling you about. Example number 7, which we are calling as an event delegation. Okay, event delegation. So section number or section dot or hash example number 7, correct? Okay, H2 tag, and we are talking about event delegation. Okay, event delegation. Then what you have to do? A UL tag. Okay, ID will be what? Suppose let's do chocolate list. Chocolate list. Fine. Li dot um, uh, dark chocolate. Fine. Will be what? Dark chocolate. Okay. Fine. Then li dot li dot milk chocolate. Fine. Will be what? Milk chocolate. Fine. Then what I will do? Li dot candy will be what? Pulse. You have it in pulse. That thing. Okay. Then after UL, what I will write? Click on any chocolate to select. Click on, sorry, P tag will write. Click on any chocolate to select. How do we do that? Now you will think, now what I have to do, if I click on this candy, it should give me the output candy. It should be selected candy. If I click on milk chocolate, it should give me the select as a milk chocolate. If I click on a dark chocolate, I should select dark chocolate. Fine. Now you'll think, sir, can we add a on click? Can we add a click over here? Add event listener click. But if suppose there are so many what you call elements where you want this particular thing. So what you will do, you will write for all those elements. Will you write for all those elements the the add event listener? No, that is not optimized. So here we use something called as event delegation. Okay, let me show you how. So what I will do in the example number 6, 7, I think 7, yeah. I'll write document. First of all, I will select the parent element. Okay, document dot get element by ID, and over here what it is, we have chocolate list, correct? Chocolate list dot add event listener, fine, and we have the click. Over here, what we are writing, guys, over here we are writing correct function, and then we are doing something. Okay. Now over here, what I tell you, you write event, fine. You write event, and just you do what? Console.log event. Just you do that. Fine. Console.log event. Now let's go over here. Let's go over here. And what I should do is that I click on anywhere. See, I click on something. What happens? Guys, what happens over here that it is telling me that you have done a pointer event, means you have actually created done a pointer event. This pointer event, what it had. See, this pointer event means we have done some event over there. Event. This pointer event, what we have done? Button zero, fine, cancel. See here, client X, client Y means where we have clicked, that also it knows. X axis, Y axis. Where we have clicked, that also it knows. Fine. Uh, then page X, page Y, where in the page we have clicked, that also it knows. Fine. What type what type of things I have clicked, pointer type, it is mouse, that also it know. So you see so many things are there in the event, so many things are there. This is what we call as an event delegation, where you will get all the functionalities of the event, all the functionalities of the event. And you can see over here in the target will have something called as in the target will have something called as text content or inner HTML, see dark chocolate, inner text, dark chocolate. Text content also will be there. Fine. So many, so much big it is, no? Fine, but we found inner text, dark chocolate. So what we did, if we click on that, if we click on the particular dark chocolate, what we got? We got a pointer event. In that pointer event, we'll get the list of what objects. One object we got, one big object we got, and then we got the key value pair. And in this key value pair, so many things are there. We can use these so many things. We can use it on our benefit. See here, child nodes are there, children are there. It means how many children you have. Fine. Class list are there. See, dark chocolate is a class list. Correct. So many things are there. Fine. So this is what we called as an event delegation, where we are using this event for our benefit. So what we have to do? We have to just select that dark chocolate or light, whatever the chocolate you are selecting. Fine. But we have to write it as a one function. Fine. So what you will do? Alert. Fine. Alert. So you can write backtick. You have clicked on. See our what we have to write. First of all, dollar curly bracket event. Fine. Event dot what we went to target event dot target we went to it. Inside that we went to it what text inner text we went there. Now you see, if I click on dark chocolate, it is you clicked on dark chocolate. Okay. If I click on milk chocolate, you see you clicked on milk chocolate. Fine. If you clicked on pulse, you see it is telling you clicked on pulse. If I click over here, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen because these things only is been these things only it been what you call connected to our parent element. Fine. So over here, if I click, all the three things are printing. Fine. And so much more things we can do, guys. This event delegation is your lifesaver. Fine. So much more we can do over there. Okay, next. Example number 8. Fine. So here we'll like what we have to do is that in this example number 8, we have to see like form handling. How if we are writing form, okay. How if we are writing form, okay. So how we can select the data inside that. Okay. So we are learning here form handling. Okay. So I'll write over here. Sorry. Example 8, form handling. Form handling. Section section with an ID and example 8. Fine. Example number 8 and then H2. Fine. H2. Okay. Then in H2 over here, we have form handling. Okay. How to write a form, guys? We have to take a form tag. So form with a hash feedback form. Feedback form. Okay. Feedback form. Fine. In sorry. Okay. No actions required till now. No actions required. Feedback form. Okay. Now over here in the feedback form, we will write the label for whom we are writing. Fine. So your feedback, suppose your feedback over here, we are taking. Okay. And for feedback input, for feedback input, correct? Placeholder, placeholder, I can write enter feedback. Fine, enter feedback. And after that, I'll have a button who is telling button of type submit and which is actually submit the feedback. Very small, submit what feedback. So over here it is going, okay. We are not, sorry, we have not written the input tag and why I'm writing this. So input of type text, ID will be feedback input. ID will be what feedback input. Placeholder over here will be enter feedback. Enter feedback. Fine. Okay. And after this button, okay, and after this form, actually whatever you are writing, I need to show that. Okay. So p dot feedback display or p hash feedback display. Okay. Display. So I need to show it over here inside this paragraph tag. And once you submit the feedback, I need to show it there. So how should we do this? Okay. I hope you have written. Then over here, let's see how we can uh, first of all, again, select the form document dot get element by ID. Okay, and then here we'll have the form, feedback form. Fine. Dot add event listener. Fine. Dot add event listener, and then we have submit. Correct. We have submit. Then comma we have function. Comma we have what function and event over here like this. Fine. So see here, first thing I want to show you, like suppose you are you take the value of over here text. Fine. So I'll write let text is equal to document document dot get element by ID. Fine. Document dot what? Get element by ID. Okay, my bad. Over here, I should not write an arrow like this. Document dot get element by ID. Then over here, what I'll write feedback input dot value. Fine. Feedback input dot value. Okay. Document dot get element by ID. Fine. Feedback display. Feedback display. Display. And there, what we have to do in the text content, you have to add your text. Right, you have to add your text. Now, whatever, guys, whatever you are writing, see, whatever you are writing inside the input tag also have their own it's an own object. In that we have a value. Fine. If you see, if I write over here, like suppose control V, value is equal to hello. Fine. What you see is that hello is been input. You can change it. Fine. And once you reload, it will come back again. So what it defines that input, whatever you write in the input is actually submitted inside a variable called value. And how it is accessible? When you are accessing the input tag. So in the input tag, whatever you write is inside this value. Okay, inside this value. So what we have to do actually, we have to take this value, we have to take it from here and we have to show it below that as a in the paragraph tag. Fine. We have to take whatever the value you are writing inside the input box, that value we have to take and we have to show it inside the paragraph. Fine. So what I did, I selected that value. I selected the value. Fine. And I selected the paragraph and I'm telling that show it as a text content is equal to text. Whatever this text, whatever this value is returning, it is going to show it over the text over here. So fine. Let's try. Let's try. So I am writing hi. Fine. Submit feedback. Nothing happens. What it happens is that it refreshes the screen. See again. Hello. Submit feedback. What it does, it is not doing anything. It is actually refreshing the screen. This is a classic behavior of our form. Whatever you are going to write, it is going to refresh it. This behavior needs to be stopped. This is a default behavior. Fine. It is coming from form only. This behavior or submission of the form, okay, we need to stop because we need to handle it. I need to handle the submission, not it. It should refresh it. Okay. So in order to do that, we have to write first thing first. Whenever you are handling the form, e dot prevent default. Always you have to write like this. E dot prevent default. It is preventing? It is preventing the default nature of the form. Now, if I write over here form and submit the feedback, see it is not see it is not refreshing. It is actually helping me to get the data. Okay, understood? See. Okay, now understood the form handling thing. I know it is very short form, fine, but this is the major thing actually. Fine. If you are going to handle it, everything is if you write is inside value that you have to take out anyhow. Okay. Next up, example number 9. Example number 9 is what DOM content loaded. Fine. DOM content loaded. So section hash hash section hash example 9. Okay. H2 tag. Fine. Although you will not able to see that. Fine. Let me teach you. DOM content loaded. We are going to run. And this is the capital O, capital M. Okay. Over here, we are going to write a p tag and ID will be DOM status. Okay. And over here, we're waiting for DOM to load. Okay. Now see, actually, what we are doing over here, there is something called as a event DOM content loaded. Now what we have seen events, click event, double click event, drag event, inter event, exit event, those types of event we have seen. Now this is some kind of different event which is called DOM content loaded. What it does, until and unless the DOM is not loaded, it is not going to apply any JavaScript. That's what it does. And this is helpful. Now you see, you will not find any difference. This is helpful when the JavaScript is in heavier side. This is helpful when the JavaScript is in the heavier side. That time we can do the DOM content loaded. Once the DOM content is loaded, then only the JavaScript will integrate. Fine. So script over here, let's write example number 9. Fine. Document dot add event listener. Directly on the document, we have to add event listener, the DOM content loaded. DOM content loaded. Fine. Okay. And over here, write the function, whatever you want to integrate. Fine. Document dot get element by ID. Fine. And over here, DOM status. Fine. Text content is equal to DOM fully loaded. What I want to do whenever the DOM is fully loaded, then I want to show this. Before that, what it should show the DOM is in the loading state. And then once the DOM is loaded, then I want to show this. Okay, then I want to show this. DOM fully loaded. Now, actually, the use case of this, what happens, this thing, we are writing the first line. document dot add event listener DOM content loader, and inside the function we write all the functionalities which you want to use inside your website. That functionalities are there inside the function. That's why I'm telling, until and unless the DOM content is loaded, it will not integrate that function. It will not like utilize that function. And that function, generally, we are writing all the JavaScript of a particular website. Fine. Here I am showing you very small. Fine. And you can see over here, you will not find any difference. Fine. DOM content is fully loaded. If I refresh, see again DOM content is, it's very fast because very less code is there. So that's why it is very fast that you cannot see over here. And it is not a network call so that I can decrease my Wi-Fi speed and show it to not it will not like that. Fine. Last is what? Last is manipulating or CSS manipulation. CSS manipulation. You know, guys, this one. Section hash example number 10. Okay, description text. This text will change color. Fine. Then what we have to do? We have to write a we have to write a button. See, button hash toggle highlight. Fine, toggle highlight. Okay, and then you can write over here toggle like this. Okay, fine. What we have to do over here, when we click on this, it should change the color to the, it means it should add, we should add a highlight class inside this particular paragraph. And if I again click on this highlight, it should remove that thing. Understood what I have to do? If I click on this toggle highlight, what we should do, we should add the class name dot add the class name highlight, which I have written over here in the style. In the style I have written, okay, where it is? This one I need to add it. If it is added, like if again I'm clicking on this toggle highlight, it should remove that thing. Fine, it should remove that thing. Okay, so let's do it. Example number 10. Document dot get element by ID. Fine. Toggle highlight. Fine. Toggle highlight. Okay. Dot add event listener. Dot add event listener. And we have to do what? Click event. Okay. We have to do what? Click event, in which we have a function. I have a function. In this function, let para is equal to document dot get element by ID. Fine. Description. Description text. Fine. Now what I have done, paragraph, I've written description text. Fine. This paragraph I have selected, which I want to change the colors. Fine. Now what I will do, I will write para dot class list. Fine. Class list dot. Now, if we add it, so what will happen? It will only add the highlight. If we remove the highlight, it will only remove the highlight. That's two things only. So we have to write two things. But there is a one function which will help us to do that. That is called actually toggle. Toggle means it if it is added, it will remove it. If it is removed, if it is not there, it will add. Toggle what? I want to add toggle highlight para.classlist.toggle highlight. Okay, fine. Let's see. Hmm. Again, again. See, it is working. So this is the help with what? Toggle. Toggle method in the DOM token list interface removes an existing token from the list and return false. And if it is not there, it will add it also. Done, guys. This is all about your DOM functionalities. I hope you understand it today. Fine. So, fine, guys. If you have understood, if you have not received your offer letter, you can write it in LMS. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you for joining. We will see you on Monday. Fine. And don't forget, Saturday you have test that you have to attend via LMS. In the LMS, everything is there. Everything has been scheduled. And Friday you don't have class. So thank you guys for joining. Have a great night. You can leave the session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for joining. Yes, Prajiti. Test will be based on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. How many marks? That I don't remember. You attend no quiz it is. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, everyone. You can leave, guys. Thank you, everyone. Yes, Akila, any problem, Akila? Okay, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dot, dot, dot. You are from starting, you are writing dot, dot, dot. So that's why I'm asking. And thank you, Akila, so much. Thank you. I think Musical Vibes has left. Thank you, everyone. Hope you have a great day, great weekend over here. Okay. So we'll leave the session. LMS Rupesh. LMS Rupesh.